I don't remember what it was, but there was all of a sudden a huge amount of ships that show up, and one that you see is the USS Nog, which follows obviously favorite character from DS9. And I just thought that was such a cool tribute. I forget the actor's name, but I mean he was beloved by Star Trek fans, and passed a few years before they were able to finish his story, I believe.
What wasn't you're talking about Lower Decks where that nod was, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm remembering an episode where Nog became emperor. I forget exactly where it was. Because I know something like that happened in DS9, but I think they pulled it back up in Lower Decks. I'm just not 100% certain because
Yeah.
I have to rewatch. But yeah.
Cool. So just wanted to let people know we are recording. This is the after show leftover, whatever we want to call it. This is just the spillage. So anything anybody wanted to say about any of those topics or anything that just came to mind, now's the time to say it.
Well, we are
Just
saving
so happy I censored
our Critical
myself
Role
this
stuff
entire time. Just
for the next episode because that's another topic.
I'm not supposed to be here, but I wanted to make sure that I inserted my thought that this should be between the geeks, like because it's between the episodes.
Okay.
Because that's funny, haha. Mm-hmm. Okay.
a tale of two geeks.
And as a note, that that cameo from the USS Nog is in Discovery when they jump ahead to the 32nd century.
Okay. The Geek Master.
There we go.
I believe you were about to have a geek slippage.
Oh, just we're saving
Is
the
that a
Critical
personal
Role
issue?
stuff for a full topic for
Perfect.
the next episode.
Perfect.
So yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on the AI summaries thing. It's
Oh man.
it's turning into an entire farce at my job.
Yeah.
Because
Just
I am part of the creative department where I work. And so having to deal with it on a regular basis is particularly maddening.
AI in general,
And,
not in terms of just summaries, but I work in self-checkout at a big box store. AI is something that every day I've probably added to dealing with problems from AI probably to another 15 or 20 times in my day. Just in terms of like what little things I have to correct because it's a system that learns as it goes. That doesn't seem to learn very much. It just seems to reciprocate the information, give it to it in a very basic, minimal way. So I could see why people have a very hard time with it if they have to be in any creative field.
Yeah. Well, and I've said before, I'm obviously not here, but that if a tool like Midjourney, okay, had initially come out, because Midjourney was one of the generative AI for images, right? Am I remember that correctly? Okay. If that had come out,
Stable
and it
Diffusion,
said
blah blah blah.
there it like that, it doesn't come with a data set, right? This is a tool that you download, install locally on your machine, and you build the data set. Like you build a personal data set for you. Like I think the conversation around it would have been completely different. And like I would have been more on board with it because I could have been like, cool, I will load all of my comics in it and then I can have it do backgrounds for me, right? Because I put in all the work, so it's just essentially duplicating my work for me. And it becomes a tool for artists instead of, yeah, we're gonna take your jobs, which is happening.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about that. My job was taken by AI. Like I was with Best Buy for 20 years, and I was remote for 10 of those years. And a few months ago, I was let go because my team was replaced by a mixture of AI and outsourcing. So it's real for if people are like, oh, it's not going to happen or anything in the background. It's real. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
One thing I wasn't aware of was the environmental and financial implications
Oh, it's huge.
of AI. It's insane. I mean, just in
yeah.
terms of cooling
It's
alone.
this summer.
Yeah.
The UK government was asking people, and this isn't necessarily AI related, but just data centers in general, was asking people to delete their photos from cloud storage in order to like help lower the water usage of data centers over there because they were in a drought. Like they were asking people to delete their data from online storage backups because they're drawing in too much water and we don't have enough to go around.
That's insane to have
So,
to make
yeah.
that room in for any reason. You guys continue to talk about anything you'd like. I'm going to start the process of switching into next episode decorations, magic of TV.
Sure.
Woohoo. Yeah. No, AI's been I've played with it just because I'm a tech geek, so I have, I constructed the portal for it and just messed with it to see what it was, and I can see exactly why it's so. I think the reason they did not do it the right way, which is what you were describing before, where it's a tool you give to an artist and then that artist creates their base.
Well, I mean,
Their
they
base
wanted
program
venture
they
capital
build it
money.
off of, their style, Laura, all of that is because it is a pain in that we're on record here. So it's a pain in the toes to do over like programming one of those
Yeah.
origin or the training data. One of those things is just a pain in the butt
Yeah.
overall. So but that was the whole point. Is the reason why it became so pervasive was because it was so easy to just click and download pre-stolen images in that data set and to just put it in. And I've typed in make a Rembrandt painting in the Appalachian Mountains and blah 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 blah. It's it's so easy, and it just yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's icky. It's icky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're getting their comeuppance because they were
Yeah.
stupid enough to steal from Disney and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Were two of the
Yeah, and then
corporations that
they're,
were named in the lawsuit when they had to like produce their full list of people that they scraped data from.
Yeah.
Like those were two listed, and I was like, well, then it's all over. Like if you had publicly admitted that you scraped Disney and Nintendo, like you're done.
You're done. Those are you're literally you're attacking the wow. Yeah.
You attacked
What was the
two
what was the
most
company-
litigious corporations in the entertainment
Yeah.
space.
Like Disney is 100% the reason we have IP rules in the United States.
100%.
Nintendo, yeah, it's crazy. There's also I was reading articles. I hadn't. Maybe I'll bring it up at some point. But there's a company that started scraping, or that did scrape all books out there, and they lost billions of dollars in a settlement. If I remember the numbers right, I have to look up the article again. But they actually lost in a settlement, and they were encouraged to settle because if it came to a conclusion, there would be even more restrictions. And the company was like, "We're going to settle," and it got. Oh man, I wish I had saved that one. Maybe I did. Hold on. Nope, didn't. Okay, I'll find it again and bring it up at some point, and we can have more discussions of AI trauma. But yeah, going back to the Critical Role story, I'm really excited about the Crawford Perkins potentially being, essentially being Acquisition Inc. or being the DM, or it was specifically Perkins. He
So
did
it
the
was
first,
Perkins
if I
for a
remember right,
long
he did
time.
the first 2008 episode.
Yeah, so it was Perkins up until God, I want to say it was a couple years before the pandemic, but it was a long time. And
Yeah.
he basically said traveling to PAX and doing the live shows was getting too much for him because I guess he gets anxiety. And like doing a big stage show like that was very nerve wracking for him. And he was just like, I got to step back for my mental health. And so then like Jeremy Crawford took over. And then, and he was great. Everybody was kind of shaky of like, oh, I don't know. But he turned out to be great. And then I don't know what prompted him to come back, but he did. And then the two of them have basically been like switching off and doing stuff. And then Acking did a Kickstarter to do like a formal second season of Acking, which they then like co-DM'd for that.
Oh wow.
But then at the most recent show, it was Perkins DM'd, and then Crawford got to play.
That's good. Yeah.
Which is always a great because they do the costumes and
Yeah.
and so
It always feels good as a DM too to play the game for once.
and
in your
Crawford
life.
came out in drag. So that's always a fun time when he gets to play his character because he gets really into the costume and into the makeup and everything.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
And he's sassy.
Yeah, I have to.
Jeremy Crawford
He's
is sassy.
Yeah, I have to watch. I to be honest, I haven't watched much Acquisition Inc. Or that I've watched or I've listened to a few of the recordings on their website and watched a few of their streams, but so disparate, so I haven't really followed any continuity of it or anything.
Yeah, it's been so I don't know how long the web series went on, but then it transitioned to they just did episodes at PAX. And it was always to just showcase the newest D&D book. And so, they would do like, we're going to do a Tomb of Annihilation adventure. And then, or they, if there was enough time until the next book, they might do it for like a couple PAXs. But it was generally, especially now with the cadence that they're releasing books, it's PAX comes out and they basically have to do it as like a one shot to continue the story because the next book is going to come out and then they have to showcase that stuff. But like they're in Greyhawk right now. Like they got out of the Forgotten Realms. They went to Ravnica for a while.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they went to Ravnica to showcase that book. And then from Ravnica, I think they bounced back to the realms. It got weird. It got weird after Ravnica to do all sorts of Magic the Gathering stuff.
I just hear Ravnica. I just want to say, make getting Magic cards easy again. Make getting any kind of collectible trading card easy again. Part of my problem every single day is having to tell my favorite customers that the store I work at doesn't carry any single Magic or Pokemon or Lorcana or any of those because there's so much stuff to it, so much underprinting when it comes to the cards that everyone is trying to find. It's unbelievable. I try to keep my deck standard in Pokemon, and it's impossible because it's such a small window of what is considered standard, and B, so hard to get those cards that you need to fill into your deck to keep it standard. That's all I want to say. If you guys have anything else to say,
I think right now, as a Lorcana player, Lorcana is probably the easiest one to get your hands on. Although I don't know if Big Box carries it because like I just noted like Target severely cut down on their stock of like all TCG stuff. And like with the store reorganization, they moved all the Lorcana stuff into like a corner of one of like the toy aisles. But I mean, like if you go to Mana Crypt, like Chris always has Lorcana stuff.
And that is great. But I think just like there are food deserts, I think some places have, I guess you'd call it their geek deserts.
Oh, yeah,
You know, a lot of people will come to the store I work at just because it's located in North Adams, rhymes with Volvart. But But a lot of people will still come there expecting what we had before, which was it's behind a locked case.
Yeah.
It was limited to 1 or 2 things per person. As soon as there was a store renovation, and like you said, that stuff moved and became kind of in a different location, it changed the entire flow of what was available. We had a lot of Lorcana, and there were people who worked AP in other stores that literally knew we had it and they didn't, so they would just come and clear us out before even regular customers had the chance to come do it. And I think that's a big problem.
Oh, yeah.
With retail.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard on the Lorcana subreddit that it was a popular thing of like either at less reputable places, store employees that like were hiding product, like that they would get stocked and they would hide it like under shelves and stuff like that, and then come back later and get it. Or it was like, or like people waiting for distributors to show up, and then just like they would like jump the distributor and just take all the stuff, and then like they would buy it, but like they would just take everything like on drop day, and it was like, guys, come on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's crazy. There are people that were literally putting trackers on distributors' trucks. There were distributors that lost their jobs because they were saying, oh, I put 80% of the product out, but hey, to you two guys, go to menswear before the store is open, move this pair, of things, and you're going to find this much product.
Which, for Lorcana specifically, joke's on them, because with the set rotation that just happened, all the prices have cratered. So good luck with that.
Ogre, anything on this subject?
Good luck moving those. On the subject of people hiding, I stopped trading cards a long time ago, but of hiding things, I've caught people hiding everything from game systems to video cards to whole computers in the box stores that I've worked at as employees. Not any employee. It's not specifically the warehouse or anything like that. My favorite that I saw someone do once was he put a Nintendo Switch inside of a Mac laptop box, and he re-shrink wrapped it there, and he put it on the shelf. It was an open box, and he bought it for like $200.
Creative.
So how much was the retail price for the laptop though? Because like in my mind, a laptop is more.
It was an open box. Yeah, it was an open box. So it was, and it was an Apple computer, which means that if there's any damage to the computer, which you can rate it at a specific, like it can at a poor rating, it drops the price dramatically because they just want to get those out of the store as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is create a tag, put it on there, put it on the shelf, or just walk up to the front and have them check out a $200 open box laptop. I remember it being an Air, MacBook Air for some reason. I think it was just because, but it was $450 at that point, or $399. I forget exactly what it was. He got it for half price, and then we ended up catching him on camera and getting the products back. And he no longer with that company.
Oh yeah. Was it a Switch 1 or Switch 2?
I don't even know if he's in jail anymore now. No, I doubt he got jail for that.
If it was a Switch 1, then it would have been $299.
Mm-hmm. Switch 2 a lot more.
I think it was a Switch 1 because it's been a while since I've been in the store. So yeah, it was probably
Switch 2 would be $399. Yeah.
Well, so I think it's time to admit we're all old men and we need to move on from this conversation. We've got another episode to record. This has been, I think we're calling it Between the Geeks, right?
I think that's what the
Between
Geek
the
Master
Geeks?
said.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not in charge.
Look like we're on a different day.
Hope it's something usable. Geek on, geek out, geek everywhere. Clean up all that kind of stuff. Bye.